Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today, let's all watch this video together from start to finish. Hope you enjoy it a lot. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more amazing videos. I'm sure you'll love it. It's hard to picture Modern Family without Lily Tucker-Pritchett. She brings so much joy to Mitch and Cam's lives and to viewers as well. Always ready with a clever comment and her own take on a situation, Lily grows up so much from the pilot to the series finale. Modern Family features the adorable and smart child trope, as Lily always speaks exactly what's on her mind. But even though there are moments when Lily acts beyond her years on this popular sitcom, there are many times when she is childlike and charming. In season 6, Mitch and Cam didn't like Lily's teacher, Mrs. Plank, who gave a lot of homework. They wanted Lily to transfer into another teacher's class. Lily was worried that she wouldn't get a good education in the other teacher's classroom, and she proved that to her dads when she showed that her friend didn't know much about mixing colors together or addition. This was a moment when Lily showed off her tough personality, but also when she was mature beyond her years. Jay's beloved dog Stella got a lot of screen time on Modern Family, and so did Lily's cat Larry. In the 4th season episode Bringing Up Baby, Cam and Mitch shared with Lily that they were having trouble adopting another child. Lily thought this was fine because she wanted a cat. She kept asking her dads to give her one, and she wanted to name him Larry. This was a time when Lily acted her age, as she couldn't understand that this wasn't the same thing, and she wasn't able to comprehend the pain that her parents were in. Fans loved the many Cam and Mitch episodes of Modern Family, and whenever they hung out with their friend Sal, it was sure to be a hilarious time. Modern Family. 5 times Claire and Phil's relationship was toxic, and 5 it was perfect. In the season 4 episode Best Men, Lily told Sal that she didn't expect her marriage to last, and it was a moment when she seemed super wise. Sal said, "Sorry you couldn't come to the wedding. It was no kids," and Lily replied, "It's okay. I'll go to your next one." Sal was shocked that Lily was so blunt, and Mitch tried to save the moment, but Lily said she knows what mean. Most kids wouldn't assume that someone's marriage would fail, so this was a mature moment for Lily. In the season 6 episode Haley's 21st birthday, Lily reveals she doesn't know how babies are made. She says, "You just put eggs and tadpoles in a glass, and the woman has to drink it. Then, the woman and man kiss and jump on their bed. After a year, she pees, and a baby comes out." This is definitely a childlike interpretation of procreation. Adult. Pretended to like pop singers to spare her dad's feeling the season 10 episode. We need to talk about Lily. Lily upset Mitch and Cam by sharing that she didn't actually love pop singers like Beyonce and Britney Spears. She said, "I only fake it 'cause you guys like that stuff." Different. While they were hurt, she didn't want to hurt their feelings by saying right away that she liked other music. So this was a time when she was trying to act older. Season 3 episode featured the family going to Disneyland and Mitch and Cam putting Lily on a leash. Modern Family. What your favorite character says about you. Lily proved that she was acting her age with this storyline, as she loved running anywhere that she could. Not everyone would agree with Mitch and Cam's choice to use a leash, but they weren't sure how to keep her close. Like many children, Lily was free-spirited and energetic. She didn't think about the danger of running away. She just wanted to have fun. In the 5th season episode The Old Man and the Tree, Cam and Lily went to a charity event where less fortunate children were being given Christmas gifts. Lily was obsessed with getting a puppy pound, and when she received one there, she was thrilled. Once Lily learned that there were little kids who weren't as fortunate she gave her beloved present to another child. This was an incredibly sweet act and was a good example of a time when she acted grown-up, wanting to wear a princess costume to Mitch and Cam's wedding. And Cam's wedding day was full of mishaps. Didn't seem like anything would go their way. When Lily heard that she would have to buy a new dress for the event, she wanted to wear a princess costume. She wasn't too thrilled with wearing a regular dress, and her dads agreed that it would be all right since they wanted her to be happy. This was adorable and proved that she could definitely act like a kid sometimes, despite her precocious nature. When the family traveled to Australia, Lily had some money to buy a present, and she was super stressed out about finding the perfect one. Haley told her that if she purchased the very first gift that she came across, she wouldn't be happy later. Lily sounded years older than she was when she replied, "You're right. I have enough regret." This wasn't something that people would expect a kid to say, which made it sound all the more profound that IT was sweet watching Jay and Gloria parent Joe, and in the fifth season episode, Spring a Ding Fling, Lily said that some trouble with Gloria's cell phone was all Joe's fault. She confessed later on going to blame everything on him until he learns how to talk. This was a time when Lily acted like a little kid, as she didn't want to own up to her mistakes or admit when she did something wrong. Sure, Lily could get away with this kind of behavior as she was so cute and charming, but as she got older, she would have to learn about responsibility. Most fans see Gloria from Modern Family as a hot-headed Colombian who's too involved in her loved ones' lives, but she's much more than that. Gloria is a dedicated wife and an outstanding mother. Being a mother is Gloria's greatest gift. Seeing the way she takes care of Manny and later Joe, it's clear that she cherishes every moment with her boys. However, sometimes her devotion to motherhood hinders her when it comes to her son's independence. In later seasons, Manny is a young adult and Joe is old enough for school, so Gloria's parenting style transforms. She adapts to keep up with her kids, while also trying to stay beautiful and trendy. Her transformation brings amazing parenting moments, but she also has some questionable ones as well. Updated January 14th, 2021, by Lynn Gibbs. Gloria Delgado-Pritchett is one of Modern Family's best characters. She's outspoken, she's stunning, and she always stands up for those she loves. Although she was new to the family in season 1, Gloria defended her new family and treated the Dunphys and Tucker-Pritchetts like they were her own flesh and blood. Everything Gloria did was for the betterment of her children. Still, she made a few questionable decisions when it came to fitting in, girlfriends, and school. In the final season, Gloria was a working mom. With Manny at school, Jay retired, and Joe being so young, Gloria wanted to focus on herself. However, doing so made her miss out on the things she loved most, being a mom. In one scene, Gloria complained that she felt like her kids didn't need her anymore. Joe was obsessed with Jay and Manny was mature enough to take care of himself. Jay reminded Gloria that she was irreplaceable and that the only person Joe or Manny want when they're down in the dumps was their mother. It was a realization for Gloria that showed how much she cared. Her relationship with her kids is something that continued to get better from season 1. Hailing from Colombia, Gloria was proud of her family's culture and tried to implement it into her sons' lives. Just because she was living in America didn't mean she wanted her kids to forget their roots. To keep the spirit of Colombia alive in their home, Gloria spoke Spanish to Manny, hired a Spanish tutor so that his Spanish would improve, cooked Colombian dishes, and kept her family superstitions present. Sadly for Gloria, Manny wasn't all too interested in his roots, but Gloria became more likable because of her desire to integrate both cultures. She was an amazing mom for trying to bring Colombia with her. Gloria doesn't get enough credit for being an incredible role model. When Gloria moved to America, she became a cab driver to make ends meet. She also worked at a beauty salon to support Manny. It wasn't until Gloria met Jay that things turned around for her. She finally had a dedicated partner, wealth, and a beautiful home. However, Gloria didn't take anything for granted. She always let her kids know how grateful they should be compared to where she came from, and went back to work once her kids were old enough. Part of Gloria's charm is that she's an overprotective mother in an aggressive way. She coddles her children and praises them for all their accomplishments, even their faults, but she also sewers them to prove a point at times. Whenever Manny ignores Gloria's advice and gets hurt, Gloria takes it personally and makes it her mission to hurt whoever hurt Manny. Manny gets in the way of Gloria's plan once he's aware of what she had up her sleeve, but it's sweet she goes to such lengths just to protect her little boy. Manny loves to do things that no one else his age loves. He's a unique kid with thick skin, but just because Manny loves art and poetry doesn't mean he's always good at it. Gloria would rather lie than tell Manny or Joe that their work is underwhelming. Protecting her kids and family's feelings was one of the worst things she could do because it wasn't preparing them for an honest review. Punkin' Chunkin'. Manny created his own Thanksgiving centerpieces, which were anything but pretty, yet she told him they were perfect. Likewise, she hated his poetry but would rather listen to it than tell him his words fell on deaf ears. Gloria mentioned multiple times that she came to America to give Manny a better future. According to Gloria, Pablo Escobar Elementary was not the most suitable place for little Manny. By stealing her sister's ticket to move to America, she was able to enter the country where she eventually met and fell in love with Jay. While some found it shameless that Gloria stole her sister's ticket, she did it for her son's future. When she becomes an American citizen years later, she and Manny take a walk down memory lane about how much they wanted to start a life in America, and now they're living the dream. Funny enough, Manny and Joe share the same birthday. Gloria did everything she could to delay Joe's labor, so that Manny didn't have to share his special day with his younger brother for the rest of his life, but Manny eventually gave her the green light. He appreciated his mom doing everything she could to give him a day to himself, but ultimately, Joe was going to come when he wanted to. It was one of their sweetest moments as mother and son. Once Joe makes his way into the world, fans see Gloria throwing them 2 separate birthday parties, so they can both have all eyes on them for a whole day. Grill interrupted. It's Jay's birthday and everyone heads over to his house for a barbecue. Alex just got accepted into Caltech. Phil is pumped over the new grill he bought for Jay, and Gloria is busy making sure her boys don't get into their bar at the scene. Gloria pours water into her tequila bottle. She explains that she's noticed Luke and Manny eyeing it and she knew they were going to try and drink while underaged. To prevent them from doing so, she pulled the ultimate mom move and drained the tequila so that the only thing they drank was water. One episode, Gloria was bothered when she felt like her son was a goody two-shoes. She worried he would be made fun of for always following the rules and never crossing the line. However, when she talks it over with Jay, she realizes that Manny had actually been lying. Manny lied to Gloria and Jay about being invited to Mitch and Cam's game night because he forgot to give them the invite. Instead of talking things over with Manny, Gloria was ecstatic that her son was lying and hoped this was a promising trait for Manny's future. Gloria got lucky that Manny was such a good kid and didn't need to lie. It's upsetting that she wanted him to get into trouble in the first place. In a fair to remember, Manny was entering a cake baking competition at the local fair. As per usual, Manny's opponents were all girls or older women, which made Jay and Gloria nervous about his reputation. They didn't want boys his age picking on him because of it. To protect Manny from being bullied, Gloria decides that he won't be picked on if he doesn't win. She goes up to his cake and takes out a huge chunk of it, destroying its integrity. Many felt it didn't make sense for Gloria to ruin her son's art since she supported him in so many ways. Manny was upset when he saw the cake and thought an older competitor did it on purpose before Gloria finally fessed up. Destroying her son's cake due to her own insecurities was low. Manny has never acted like a kid. He's always been a middle-aged man stuck inside a kid's body. Gloria and Jay gave him plenty of opportunities to act as a young boy, but Manny's always been sophisticated. From espressos to poetry, Manny is a die-hard romantic. Due to his love for women, this puts Gloria in a tough position time and time again. Whenever Manny had a love interest, Gloria would be supportive while keeping one eye on them. In the earlier seasons, Manny invited a girl over who liked salt added to her chocolate milk. Manny ended up loving it, which made Gloria furious because it meant Manny was more interested in his new girlfriend than his mother. Her continued interference in his relationships made it hard to date. Sarge and P. It's time for Luke and Manny to start looking at colleges. Phil and Gloria take the boys on a college tour, where Gloria seems to take the whole college experience too far. She ties Manny's shoelaces together, pushes him into the girls' locker room, and puts a baby pig in bed with him. By the end of the episode, Gloria came clean and only did this to hide her emotions from overwhelming her. She was happy for Manny, but sad he was moving out of the house and moving on with life. With Manny in college, it became Gloria, Jay, and little Joe. As many cute moments as Joe had, Manny was her firstborn and her best friend. He's been by her side for years, and it was harder for her to leave her son than vice versa. When it became Joe, Jay, and Gloria, she notices that Joe is a mini Jay and it makes her miss Manny more. It's sweet that Jay finally has a connection to a child of his, but that didn't mean Joe didn't still need his mother. As much of a bond as Joe and Jay had, Joe still needed Gloria to be present. Just like Claire, Gloria is competitive and always wants to win. She's also not afraid of a good prank. Daddy issues, Gloria tries to get back at Jay and Manny for acting poorly, so she invites an old friend named Jorge, played by guest star Gabriel Iglesias, over and tells them the two used to date. In reality, they never. They did, but he did look and act eerily like Manny. She knew that his appearance would make Jay and Manny rethink who Manny's real dad was. While Jay and Manny were torn up over being lied to for most of their lives, Gloria starts laughing because it was all a joke. The joke was low and the only one laughing was her. For whatever reason, the families on Modern Family rarely have a good birthday. For 11 seasons, the Tucker-Pritchetts, Delgado-Pritchetts, and Dunphys gather for different birthdays in the family, and everything goes wrong. Whether the character in question doesn't want the attention or the efforts from the family go awry. Things from season 1 of Modern Family that keep getting better over time. Haley's 21st birthday was one of the only birthdays that went well on the sitcom. And that's mainly because most of the family members went to a bar for a good time instead of throwing an elaborate party. Outside of Haley, her siblings, parents, and extended family members don't have great birthday experiences. Jay doesn't expect much from his family on days that surround him, Father's Day, anniversaries, birthdays that as the patriarch and the breadwinner. Things tend to not go as planned if he's not financially backing it. The one that got away. All Jay wanted for his birthday was a quiet day on the lake. Instead, he had to rescue Claire and Mitch from a stranger's house and endure gifts that didn't make a lot of sense. Jay is hilariously known for his curmudgeonly personality, but there came a time when fans couldn't help but feel sorry for him. All he wanted was a quiet afternoon, and he couldn't even get that. Fizbo, Claire and Phil threw Luke an exciting birthday party at their house for all of his friends. There was a bouncy house, karaoke, a zookeeper, a rock wall, and more. Cameron even showed up as Fizbo, which everyone liked except for Phil. The party was a success, that is until Luke fired a crossbow at the bouncy house. The house collapsed and chaos erupted. Fizbo scared Phil. The zookeeper lost a spider, and Luke ended up in the hospital after injuring his arm. Despite Luke's injury, he seemed to love his birthday. It just ended in a hospital visit, playdates. It's Mitchell's birthday, and he popped over the Dunphy household because he was promised a full day of activities by his nieces and nephew. Unfortunately for him, the Dunphys completely forego and had to think of entertaining things to do as a surprise. 10 underrated Modern Family quotes that are ridiculously meme-worthy. One of the saddest things about Mitchell's upbringing is that he always felt forgotten about or unaccepted. And now here were his nieces and nephew forgetting his birthday. The kids eventually came clean that they didn't have a plan, but Mitchell did meet Ray Liotta on their way to Barbra Streisand's house, which means the birthday party wasn't a total bust like the others. Princess Party, it's one of Lily's first birthday parties in the family. Mitzel and Cam threw a princess-themed party and invited everyone, including a hired princess. However, the party was anything but meaningful or special. Due to Claire's issues with her mom, Dee Dee, the women broke out into a huge fight that ended up including Jay, Mitchell, and Claire's ex-boyfriend from high school. Tensions were also high between Mitchell and Cam because Mitchell wasn't keen on having Fizbo at the party. Although Lily was too young to remember it, this party was messy. It was Manny's birthday in Manny Get Your Gun. Instead of being a typical kid and getting excited about cake and gifts, Manny was bothered by the fact that no one considered him a kid. His maturity always made him more a young adult than a child. Jay admitted his favorite moments with Manny were because he never acted like a kid. Manny then spent the whole day doing kid-like things in hopes of feeling what average kids felt, but it never came. At his core, Manny was an old soul who was saddened by the differences that separated him from other kids his age. Game change. Phil thought that his birthday was going to be filled with surprises and excitement. Phil is a happy-go-lucky guy with hilarious quotes, and he deserved a happy day. More importantly, he wanted the new iPad as his gift. Claire had every intention of getting it, but she fell asleep on the couch instead of waiting in line. With his gift not turning out, Phil is even more disappointed when he finds out the family's plans for him fell through. Nothing was turning out the way he hoped. The light at the end of the tunnel was when Luke somehow got an iPad and saved the day. But despite the present, Phil's birthday was a disaster. Season 3. Fans didn't know that Cameron's birthday was on Leap Day, February 29th. Since his birthday technically comes around every 4 years, Cameron wanted to pretend like he was having his 10th birthday instead of his 40th. Mitchell planned an elaborate Wizard of Oz-themed birthday party. But when an actual tornado ripped apart his hometown, Mitchell felt like it was in poor taste and canceled it last minute. Being short on time, Mitchell quickly put together a dinner cruise with the family, but it ended in horror when Gloria and Jay got in a fight with the captain. Cam's birthday was a bust. To get better, however, when the entire family went to enjoy some games and rides at the nearby amusement park. In Season 9's Clash of Swords, Gloria threw Joe a dinosaur-themed birthday party. However, her big party plans were dashed when she found out her nemesis at Joe's school is also throwing a dinosaur-themed birthday party at the same location. Joe and his friends were disappointed when they saw how much cooler the party across the hall was. Mitchell and Cam tried livening things up with entertainment, but the hired dancers turned out to be strippers. Gloria had no choice but to end the party and urge everyone to go to the competing party. Poor Joe's birthday was not about him. The start of Under Pressure, the family was seen with a beautiful sheet cake for Alex's 16th birthday. As they celebrated her accomplishments in 16 years, Alex had a meltdown. How could she focus on her birthday when there were kids that were younger than her doing more with their time in science? Alex went to therapy the following day to work on her anxiety, which was needed, but it was hard not to feel bad for Alex. Her 16th birthday was anything but special. In Season 10's A Year of Birthdays, the entire episode revolved around the family's birthday parties within the year. With Manny finding himself in college and choosing Sherry, a love interest that supported and loved him for who he was, he proposed to her at his birthday party in front of his family. In a shocking twist, Sherry denied Manny's proposal. She wasn't ready to settle down and felt embarrassed about being proposed to in front of his whole family. Manny spent the remainder of the year heartbroken, being denied in front of his loved ones on his birthday. Modern Family is a show that feels tailor-made for holiday episodes. Who doesn't want to watch Jay, Gloria, Phil, Claire, Cam, and Mitch try to navigate the holidays with their quirky kids? It helps, of course, that they are all super funny and live in amazing houses and want to spend time with each other, even when they don't really want to spend time with each other. Maybe that's the key to these Modern Family Christmas episodes. They're like outsized versions of what spending the holidays with our own families look like. The real key to Modern Family's consistent popularity throughout its 11 seasons is not just the amazing chemistry amongst the cast, although we certainly won't be turning our noses up at their Emmy-winning performances. It's the fact that the Dunphys and Pritchetts and that one Tucker, we see you Cam, their problems manage to feel familiar while also refusing to be stuck in traditional sitcom tropes. Never is this clearer than in their 6 amazing Christmas episodes, all of which you can stream on Hulu and Peacock while you're wrapping or baking, or just want something to get you in the mood for Christmas. The very first Modern Family Christmas episode centered around Phil, Ty Burrell, trying to cancel Christmas after finding a cigarette burn in the family sofa that no one would claim having done. Meanwhile, Cam, Eric Stonestreet, and Mitch, Jesse Tyler Ferguson, accidentally get a mall Santa fired, and Jay, Ed O'Neill, struggles to incorporate Gloria's, Sofia Vergara, Colombian holiday tradition. This holiday episode sees the family all coming together for Express Christmas once they realize that they won't be together for the holidays with their current plans. There is also a very funny storyline where both Cam and Phil try desperately to impress their father-in-law, and anyone who has watched the show knows how that would go over with Modern Family's Christmas episode. Are so fun. Ron Tom / Disney General Entertainment Content / Getty Images Jay tries to get in some bonding time with Manny, Rico Rodriguez, by taking him out to cut down a Christmas tree. And Gloria is struggling when her mother, Elizabeth Pena, comes to town and starts driving her up the wall, until she notices Claire, Julie Bowen, bonding with her, and then things change. Haley, Sarah Hyland, and Alex, Ariel Winter, get jobs as an elf and Mrs. Claus at the mall, where Alex and the mall Santa start to act like an old married couple. Gloria gets the entire family to head to a log cabin for the holidays to celebrate her first Christmas as an American citizen. Unfortunately, it's too hot for an actual white Christmas, and a bizarre woman named Fig, Andrea Martin, is already living in the cabin. Cam and Mitch's planned performance of Silent Night, is upstaged by Fig and Alex, and Haley tries to hide a new relationship. Cam and Mitch find themselves getting into yet another sticky situation with the mall Santa, which seems to be a recurring theme for them, while Haley tries to find a way to tell the family she's pregnant. Jay and Gloria are forced to leave their house after a package from Colombia carrying a venomous spider is delivered, and poor Alex goes gray from trying to keep the secret of Haley's pregnancy to herself. Tay Last Christmas is Modern Family's final Christmas episode. Jessica Brooks / Disney General Entertainment Content / Getty Images. The very last Christmas episode of Modern Family is actually full of awkward interactions. Luke, Nolan Gould, is dating Manny's ex-girlfriend. Gloria is interviewing for a rival real estate business behind Phil's back, and Jay is putting pressure on Claire to join his new business venture. This is an oddly poignant holiday episode, simply because it's the last. Modern Family guest stars brought star power and talent to the sitcom, with big names like Nathan Fillion, Lin-Manuel Miranda, and James Marsden standing out among the pack. These guest stars played memorable characters and added something special to the show. From Fillion's hilariously named weatherman to Miranda's important role in Jay adopting his beloved dog Stella, while some guest stars had short flings or disappeared. After a few episodes, their contributions to Modern Family were noteworthy, such as Winston Duke's adorable football player and Chris Gere's geeky professor. The roster of Modern Family guest stars made for some of the best and most memorable episodes in the show's 2009 to 2020 run. From its critically acclaimed first season, Modern Family was able to bring in some big-name stars and exciting talent to add to the sitcom. There were so many Modern Family cameos that some viewers may have even forgotten about the famous faces that popped up. While every cameo was memorable in its own way, of course, some Modern Family guest stars stand out among the pack, though the cast of Modern Family created the characters that made the show so special. It was always fun to see the new characters who would come in and out of the show as it went on. Relationships have come and gone, characters have passed away, and guest stars have contributed in large part to what has made the series so great. From some of Hollywood's biggest stars to future big names in earlier roles, these Modern Family guest stars added something special to Theve Ad. Elizabeth Pena may not have been a household name, but she had several notable roles in big-name movies, including Rush Hour, The Incredibles, and her acclaimed performance in The Crime Mystery Lone Star by the time she appeared on the show. She is also one of the most memorable characters on Modern Family to play a relative outside of the main cast. Pena first appeared on the show in Season 4 as Gloria's mother Pilar and returned in Season 5 for the Modern Family Christmas episode, The Old Man and the Tree. In just 2 appearances, she felt like she could have been part of the regular ensemble with her hilarious dynamic with the other characters. She was the disapproving mother-in-law to Jay, with neither of them getting along very well. Her second appearance saw Gloria being jealous when Pilar seemed to act more maternal towards Claire. Sadly, Pena passed away in 2014, but these appearances remain a testament to her talents. Matt Dillon became a star thanks to his bad boy roles in 1980s movies like Rumblefish, The Outsiders, and Drugstore Cowboy. Modern Family hilariously played on Dillon's past persona with his memorable guest starring role as Robbie, the bad boy Claire dated when she was a teenager. He was unexpectedly invited to dinner by Claire's mom, Dee Dee, where he proved that he never really moved past his glory days in high school. It is a creepy moment that makes Robbie one of the best one-off characters on the show. Dillon was excellent at playing the has-been who has not realized that the party is over. He is also hilariously inappropriate, sharing stories about him and Claire from their youth in front of her whole family, including a very disturbed Phil. However, Robbie's appearance becomes even funnier when he ends up hooking up with Dee Dee. It is a creepy moment that makes Robbie one of the best one-off characters on the show.